Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking about 5 horror books that genuinely scared me. These are the books that are going to make you not want to turn the light off when you go to bed and have you looking over your shoulder because you're so paranoid. And as always, please check any content warnings before diving into any of these books. The thing about these books that I have selected is the stuff that scares me more, I feel like, is the paranormal, supernatural kind of stuff. So that is what a lot of these books will center around, but there are also some surprises in here. Also, please excuse my voice if it's a little bit croaky, I'm getting over a cold. But let's get started with the first book that genuinely scared me, and that is Mean-Spirited by Nick Roberts. Honestly, I feel like anything by Nick Roberts would probably make this list. I've also read The Exorcist House, and he's just so good at writing really creepy stories. Also, I feel like he can write really incredible jump scares in his books, which I was not expecting. And that's where in Mean-Spirited, he really freaked me out. Mean-Spirited is basically about a teacher. One of his students has recently passed away and he goes to visit her house, and when he gets there he finds her dog. He also has a young son, so when he brings this dog home, his kid is so excited and they decide to adopt it. And that is where things start to go very wrong for this family. I had never read or heard of a story about a haunted dog before, and I really liked this book. Also, for all of you out there who I know are worried about the dog, if you don't want spoilers, I guess, skip forward like 10 seconds. Okay, if you're still here, no, the dog doesn't die, because I also hate animal trauma in books. So you can go into it safely knowing that. Next up, on one that I really did not expect but is a classic, is The Exorcist. I read this book this year and it has stuck with me. There was some imagery and some pictures painted in this book that have been burned into my brain. Literally just had to put the book down for a second to kind of absorb what I was reading. And that is exactly how I want my horror books to make me feel. I also just really loved this book for all of the religious discourse in it. If you're not familiar with The Exorcist, it's about the young daughter of an actress who one day starts behaving very strangely and very out of character. They get a bunch of tests done on her to try and figure out if it's something psychological, if she's got an illness, but they are also struggling with the fact that maybe this is something demonic possessing her. The Exorcist is definitely one of those books that when I finished it, I felt like I had to turn the light on in every room. Then next up we have Intercepts by TJ Payne. This one is about a facility that experiment on humans by putting them into extreme sensory deprivation. And then one day, one of the men in charge of this facility accidentally brings some of his work home with him. The concept of the human experimentation in this one and forcing these people into an extreme sensory deprivation is what really creeps me out. You get a glimpse into this world and it's super disturbing, but the ending of this one, loved. Very cool, very good twist that I don't think I saw coming. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe, it means the world to me.
Thank you.
Then next up we have kind of a different one, which is Penpal by Dathan Orbach. This one is not supernatural, but I feel like I had to include it on this list because once I finished it, I just felt like staring into space or at a wall for a long time. Penpal is about a man who is trying to unravel some of the mysteries of his childhood. He remembers some of the things happening to him were strange growing up, but I think it's only through the lens of an adult that he kind of fully comprehends what was actually happening to him, and the truth is terrifying. The story is not told chronologically, but you do begin to piece together what exactly is happening to him and the story that's being told, and it will leave you feeling very uncomfortable, very creeped out, and it can't not go on this list for that reason. And then last but not least, I cannot make this list without talking about House of Leaves. I read House of Leaves over a year ago now, and I still think about it at least once a week, if not more. I absolutely loved that book. It is such an experience. The way that the book is written and formatted 100% adds to how scary it is. It's so immersive, and like I said, it feels like an experience and you're constantly wanting to turn the page and know what happens next. If you do not know what House of Leaves is about, it's kind of hard to explain, but the main concept is about a house that this family move into, and they soon come to realize that it's physically impossible. There are doors that appear that shouldn't be there, and there are hallways that just seem to be never ending. It doesn't match any floor plan. It doesn't make any sense. And if you wander in too far, then bad things can happen. Some honorable mentions here of books that also freaked me out: The Ruins by Scott Smith, another classic which is Rosemary's Baby, and also the Demonata series by Darren Shan. Doesn't scare me nowadays, but when I read that as a kid, there's some really messed up stuff in there. So they are the 5 scariest books that I personally have ever read. If you've read any of these, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and let me know the scariest book that you have ever read, because I need to check them out. Books that scare me are very different to books that have disturbed me. I've read a lot of disturbing books. If you would like to see a video about the books that disturbed me, I can definitely make one of those too. If you like this video and want more horror recommendations, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.